Hey, welcome back, guys. Quick little video about why I believe that now is the best time, one of the best times to buy ammo. First of all, Merry Christmas. You're probably watching this on Christmas Day or a few days after, and I hope that it went well for you. I hope that your family and those you care about had a wonderful Christmas. And hey, thanks for being back on YouTube and listening to me, I guess. So now's the best time to buy ammo, or is it? Basically, the old saying is that the best time to buy ammo was a month ago, a year ago, a decade ago, whatever, and the second best time to buy ammo is now. There are exceptions to that. Obviously, I would say the year of 2021 was definitely not the best time to buy ammo as far as pricing, but if someone really needed ammo, well, then you buy ammo when, if you needed it. So this is actually going to be a series, three-part series, why I believe this is the best time to buy ammo, and then probably tomorrow you'll have on what to buy if you're buying ammo right now. And then the day after that, hopefully there will be one on how to buy the ammo, what prices to spend for it, and where to go to get the good prices on ammo. Well, why is now a good time to buy ammo? There's a few different reasons, a variety of reasons. For one, we just finished the holiday season, right? That's when a lot of people, their efforts and their money are going towards Christmas and holidays. People who have built up stockpiles in ammo could be selling off their ammo. Either they already have. Where I live, there's alternatives to Facebook Marketplace, and then there's other local ones. Bizman Online is something nearby here where you're not prohibited from selling ammunition on there. So Facebook Marketplace and other things like that, you can buy ammunition secondhand from people who found the value in having all that at the time and then chose to sell it because they needed the money more than they needed the ammo. That's the free market. I value there being the free market. That's a good thing. The ammo producers and retailers have been kind of taking a break leading up to Christmas. They know that people are not buying as much ammo. They also are, their families or whatever. I mean, businesses generally slow down production just a little bit around the holidays. And so they still need to have revenue. Of course, they've planned for this. That's what ammo producers and retailers have done. And they're also not spending money on advertising right now. It makes sense. And so there could be opportunity out there for ammo retailers to have good, wholesalers, retailers, producers, to have unadvertised pricing, which is very good. So, but that's up to you to find those things. It's not like you're not going to be inundated with emails saying this is the best price you're going to find ammo. Some of that you need to do your work yourself. Now, when I say now is the time, I'm kind of meaning Christmas through, let's say, the beginning of February, or say mid-February, say Valentine's Day. Christmas through Valentine's Day, I would say that's about the best time. One of the main reasons is that tax return time is soon, but it has not happened yet. For the most part, people are not receiving their tax returns until middle of February or a little bit later. Once that happens, people will be spending money, especially a bigger chunk of money sometimes, on ammunition, and ammunition retailers will know that, and they're going to, one, market towards that anyway, but two, it doesn't necessarily mean that people will have a better price for ammo. It just means that that is the time that people are decided to buy ammo. That's not bad. It's difficult to buy ammo when you do not have money, so buying ammo when you have money is one of the criteria, right? Another reason that right now I believe is a really good time for buying ammo is that it is wintertime. In the winter, we shoot less. Okay? That is very simple and obvious. But we should be replenishing our stockpile throughout the year, especially when the times in which it is less expensive, so that we have a buffer for when it is a more expensive, or especially when we're going to be shooting more, we want to spread that out over the year. That makes a little bit of sense. So right now there's less shooting happening, and so because of that, the inventory will be up a little bit. One of the reasons inventory could be up a little bit for ammunition, meaning that the cost of that could be lower. Also, I believe, and I've heard from people much smarter than me, that there is the potential for some powder shortages across the globe. I don't know enough about that, but we want to do this before something crazy happens. Now, I will list a couple cons here, some reasons not to in a moment, but right now I believe we have not quite yet hit the point in which powder shortages have occurred. Now, again, flipping that over, why might you not choose to buy ammunition right now? Well, for one, I alluded to it, if you don't have the money, you don't buy ammo, okay? You should not be going into debt to buy ammunition. That should be on your list of priorities, but there are a good number of things above those priorities as far as what to spend your money on. So don't go into debt for ammunition. And again, many people will spend several hundred, maybe several thousands of dollars on Christmas, and so it makes sense that you might not have possibly had budgeted as to have all that built up before Christmas. So having extra cash right now is less likely. Recently, we've had a lot of terrorist attacks, global terrorism, or I won't even say a lot, but some really big terrorist attacks. There was one in Sydney just recently, which was a really big deal. It is unlikely that happening at the flip of a switch is going to change all the ammo prices immediately, but it does bring back to the forefront of people's minds their need for self-defense, their personal self-defense. And so if there is a trend going away from or going towards better equipped self-defense, I believe we're shifting more towards that just based on that one incident. I think there's still a delayed effect in there because of the holidays and also it's, on the other side of the globe. But some people probably are thinking, I think I need a better gun or more ammunition or body armor or whatever those things are. A few people are leaning that way probably. So it's possible that that might be one reason we might not buy ammunition right now, but I think it's very low likelihood. Also, it's kind of interesting, recently Palmetto State Armory, who owns AAC, America's Ammunition Company, they announced that they are shutting down their production for a period of time. They said that they're not able to get their powder supplier at a cheap enough price, and so they're not buying, they're not making any more ammunition. Now, I think that mostly just means not to buy from AAC right now because their deals are gone. I've got some AAC ammunition on the table here. I certainly did not buy this recently, and I definitely did not buy it in the past week since AAC announced that. But that is a big part of the market. It does affect other markets, but I don't think that is enough to negate the other positive reasons to buy ammunition now, between now and Valentine's Day. And lastly, we could be reaching the possible end of wartime. Okay, we have the Russian and Ukraine war still going on. It's been going on for several years. It is possible that, who knows, say that war ends within 6 months, but within another 6 months to a year after that, a lot of those ammunition factories which have been ramped up over the past several years will be they will have refilled their inventory and the cost of that stuff will go down. But I don't believe that will happen in the next few months. I think the end of the war, and there's always more wars, but I believe the end of the Ukraine war, which will probably happen in a year or something, who knows, will eventually create a dip in the market after that. Okay. But overall, I think now is still to the best time. So I'll recap briefly. Again, people spent their money on Christmas, and so people are not spending money on ammo, meaning that the prices are down. Ammo producers and retailers have been taking a break, so there could be unadvertised deals out there, which would still be good for people. Buy now before the tax returns. Obviously, if you need your tax return to buy ammo, then you have to wait till then. But right now, the prices will be cheaper than once tax return time occurs and people will be using that money. The prices will go up again a little bit then. And winter, we shoot less. And like I said, buying now before the potential powder shortages will be occurring. Potentially, we'll see. So, hey, I'm back. While editing this video, I've realized there was a major aspect of why now is a good time to buy ammo, which I left out. So we're right at the end of 2025, 2026, January 1st of 2026 is when the NFA rules change so that you can have NFA restricted items for zero tax. Now, I'm not going to get into how stupid that is in itself, but I think a lot of people are waiting to buy suppressors, maybe waiting to buy rifles, which could be SBR'd. And when they get those after the first of the year, between then and March, I don't know, it is much more likely for people to shoot more, to enjoy those new types of weapons with new accessories more. And so it makes sense that we would buy more ammo, especially subsonic ammo and what have you. So anyway, that was it. I just want to make sure that part got in there because I just sort of spaced it out. Anyway, that's probably a good place to wrap it up. Like I said, this will be a 3-part series, so stick around for what to buy and how to buy it in the next video. That's it for now.